Greetings and welcome to SmartWatch Ticks. Today we're going to take a look at the infamous clone of a watch that doesn't yet exist. It's called the AW08 watch. It's out of China and we're taking it into a close look today at how it operates. It's charged by a tiny little round connector that plugs into the USB on the other side. We have the charging port, a microphone and speaker. On this side we have the power switch and a nice little round knob that turns and pushes on this side. On the back we have this big plate. Looks like it's made of aluminium, but the rest of the body is plasticium, including the nice covered beveled front. No gorilla or sapphire here. It's scratchable plasticium, so be careful with that, okay? So what's it do? It's a basic tethered watch, which is a lot like what the primary watch is going to be. It has some very nice time displays on it, which we may have seen from time to time if you search the internet. And this is why this is turning out to be pretty much an endangered species. Not the butterfly, but the watch. I'll show you in a second that this watch by the same name has changed faces. So there's only a few of these out there, and they're counting down quickly. But as a tethered watch goes, it's pretty nice. It has a lot of capabilities. In the first tier, you have a pedometer, your Bluetooth connection, a basic phone dialer and phone book that tether to your smart Android or iOS phone. It has a camera link that doesn't appear to work. You need to download some other software to allow it to be a remote camera link. Haven't done that yet. Settings, basic alarm and stopwatch capability. Notifier, a music player, your messaging for your basic text messaging, and anti-loss. Now the anti-loss and the notifier, they're not part of really your SIM card in your phone directly. The notifier will send any notices you get on your notifications directly to your watch here. And the anti-loss connects the two together by Bluetooth, so if they're out of range of each other, they can buzz and beep to let you know that they're not together. We're going to go into settings, go to the LCD backlight, make sure it's set for 50 seconds so it's not going to time out on us. Here's where you would set the time and the date. It does not seem to synchronize directly to the phone, which is unfortunate for setting your time and date. You just simply tap it in, swipe it, and your time and date are set. Again, I say it's in February, which is quite a way in advance of April, but this particular device is on the market right now. What else have you got? You got this music player. Now, this is an interesting music player on this particular unit. And the reason I say that is, from your smartphone, you can play things like Django once you start it up here. And it's actually linked to the watch. I can put the phone far away. You have your volume control. You can pause it and play it right on your arm. So as far as having a nice little music player built in that can play things like Django, or if you want to, you can even bring up your Google Play or your built-in songs as well. It'll play all of those. Here we go. Again, we're playing from the watch. And yes, it'll continue playing while you're doing other things. Now, why do we call this an endangered species watch? Well, let me show you after I show you the pedometer. Basically count your steps. No, it doesn't link these back to your phone or do anything else with them other than count them. I like it. It's counting and I'm not even walking. Perfect for a sedentary person, huh? Like I say, it's an inexpensive knockoff kind watch. The dialer, the phone book, you've seen all those on tethered watches. There's nothing really new here. You just do it and hit the phone button and it'll place the phone call. Your phone book, if you synchronize it, will bring in all of your contacts. Alarm and stopwatch we take a look at. They're basic. Again, notifier. Music is your music player that we're listening to right now. And we're going to pause that. Set the watch aside for a second because I want to show you some interesting things if you surf on the web. You're looking at this watch, the AW08, and basically it comes in these particular flavors. A rose gold watch body with a brown band, white with silver, orange with true gold, and black on black. And if you read Chinese, there's some information about it. I don't have this watch face red with the yellow dials. We have a different one that looks like this one with the numbers, and yellow with white that comes with this one. So there's already appearing to be a little bit difference in the pictures than there is on this particular watch. However, we go deeper, we take a look at some of the specs on this watch. It's running Bluetooth 4.1, which is nice. That's low power, which allows you, according to this printout, to get over 4 hours of talk time and 120 hours standby on a tiny 190 milliamp battery, supporting all of these different languages with these dimensions. However, when you keep looking deeper, you find that other listings give you other information. Here's the same watch again. That's the basic price. It's called the A8 here, not the AW08. And there's a real important distinction between these numbers. So as you're searching to find this on the web, keep that in mind. A8, AW08. We look at the specs here. The A8 is 128 by 128 pixels, so it's about half the pixels that you find on the other typical smartwatches, 240 by 240. Okay, but nonetheless, it looks pretty clean. Bluetooth version 3 on the A8. Ambient noise, battery still 190 milliamp hours. And what else have we got? Charging time is an hour. Here we say talk time about 3. Well, that makes sense if the Bluetooth is only 3 and not 4. And standby time 90 hours. And all of the things that it does and all of the languages it supports. The A8. Okay? But here's where things get interesting. You see that distinctive pattern there that we've seen other places that's probably licensed, copyrighted, or protected somehow? Well, it looks like the new version of the A8. If it doesn't say original in the write-up, then it's the new version of the A8. Looks differently. In fact, as you go into this, you'll see that here's a bigger picture blown up of it. And we're going to be taking a look at this up here. Over here. This appears to be what the watch faces look like as you go into them. So completely different layout, but the same body. The body hasn't changed, apparently, but the layout and display has. So what does this new version of the A8 have? It has something different. It looks like it's got a heart rate monitoring link of some sort. Now, unless they put the sensor button on the bottom, which they may have, according to what it looks like the exploded picture, they may have added that sensor to actually get the blood pressure heartbeat monitoring. Or it's tethered to the phone and you're supposed to do it on the phone. I'm not sure about that, but this is the new version of the A8 that has the same basic layout. Okay, So, if you're interested in the one that looks like this, that is probably going to be a limited edition when all is said and done. A smartwatch that does basic tethering, not really fancy, but not really expensive either. $43 compared to $350 or so or more. A little bit more for you to read quickly on the screen. And the reason I'm pointing out this particular vendor in this write-up is down here. Yeah, straighten it up. It says, good news, as many customers request, we can now customize watch color with band. Okay, that's something new, that you can actually put the two together. Leave a message of the colors that you want. And the colors are available below. There's the black band and black watch. Sorry for not having it all on the screen, but I want you to be able to see it. The black watch with the black band, the silver watch with the white band. Okay, so you could have silver with black if you want to mix it that way. There's this rose gold color that comes standard with the brown one, but if you'd rather have rose gold with an orange band, or real gold with a brown band, or real gold with a black band, this particular vendor will let you do that. And that's here. And I see I don't have the information on who the vendors are and what the source is, so I'll put that in the text section after this video. And I'm also going to do a comparison video for you of this particular watch, the AW08, which is the one that I've been playing with here. I'm going to compare this clone with another clone called the G3, I believe it is. I'm so confused. The number one watch. That'll be coming up soon. It'll show you the two tethered watch platforms together that are both made to mimic watches that are coming up or already out on the market. All right? So, endangered species, available online from China, and in advance, I've never seen this before, but literally in advance of the real thing actually coming out, the clones are starting to show up. But it's endangered. It looks like the platform physically is going to be kept the same, but the operating system user interface is about to change. All right, that's all we have for today, but please subscribe if you're interested. We will definitely have more. It's just the beginning of 2015. And this is the beginning of the watch technology. Bye-bye.